So Jason Williams in the YouTube comments said, I don't think everyone on OKC can be an all-star. Daniel Garrett then posed this question that is interesting: over under 3.5 all-stars by 2028 on this Oklahoma City roster.
Ooh.
Andrew, I would say over.
Over for this reason too, because they have 15 first-round draft picks in like the next like 5 or 6 drafts.
Well, I'm saying like over on this current roster. Over
on this current roster. Oh,
yeah. I think I would say over. I think all of here. So here's the thing. So
Okay.
Chet, I'm all in on Chet. Like, let's just be clear.
Okay.
I'm all in on Chet.
Yeah.
Josh Giddey is really good. Look, here's the thing. 2028, all these guys come out of their rookie scale deal. I don't know if it's going to all be for Oklahoma City either. Let's be clear here.
Yeah,
like, it might not
have some. There's going to be some decisions to make, whether that is like pay just a ridiculous luxury tax bill,
right,
or like, okay, we can't do all of this. And the good thing about that Thunder fans need to know about the luxury tax bill is that they are using these years where they are lean to prepare for those years. You know, they are banking money right now. They just got a big fat check from not this year, but the past year with revenue sharing. And so they are preparing to pay a big money tax bill. Yeah. So
look, Jalen Williams, I think, is going to be an all-star. Shea is an all-star. I think Chet is going to be an all-star. I get it if people are not quite as high on Chet because we haven't seen him yet. I've seen enough of him beforehand that I feel really good about him in terms of what his game is going to be. And he landed in the perfect spot developmentally in Oklahoma City that will take the long approach with him and fill out his frame and do everything possible. It comes down to Giddey, and look, Giddey is 20 years old and averaging 16, 8, and 6. Like, these guys typically are all-stars at this, like guys that are efficient doing so for like a 500 team. These guys are typically all-stars.
Yeah, they typically make it. And it's kind of like the same question that I asked about the Cavs earlier. It's like, what else would you want him to do for him to get there? You know, reasonably, what else would you want him to do? You know, it's not reasonable to say, well, he's got to shoot 40% from 3. Like that's an unreasonable number at this point. Could he get there someday? It's not impossible. It's probably unlikely. But I mean, the Thunder I don't know what they paid to bring in one of the best shooting coaches in the world, but they're all in on trying to make this happen.
Yeah. No, look, it might be, you know, as Danny Schroeder says in the YouTube comments, like, you know, it might be a situation where it's J-Dub one year, Giddey the next year. I'm not saying they make 4 simultaneously, like in the same all-star group. I'm saying that over that 5-year stretch, I think that they have 4 all-stars currently on this roster. Whether or not they all make it for Oklahoma City, whether or not they all make it at the same time, I don't know. But I think that those 4
disagree with that. I don't disagree
are all future all-stars. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. And I mean, look, like Ryan Dunleavy brings up a great point as well. You know, the Cavs are a great comp. You know, they have 4 all-stars on their roster, assuming Evan Mobley makes one. And I see no reason to believe Evan Mobley is not going to make an all-star game. So I think that's right. They'll get staggered out, but here's the thing. Oklahoma City, like I said, to start this conversation, and this will be where we end it. They figured this out before everybody else did. And because they figured it out before everybody else did, they have positioned themselves with players that everyone around the league wants, essentially. And player types that everyone around the league wants. So that's where I'm at.
And they have Poku.
And they have Poku. We can't. My dear sweet Poku is not played for a long time, and it's disappointing to me. I have concerns about his trajectory at this point and his future on this.
He'll be back soon. Roster. He'll be back soon. He's playing for the Blue. He's feeling good. So
yeah.
I love Poku. He winked at me in line at Starbucks once, and what
a dream.
I just melted to the floor.